don't think they're safely in second place, but I think they're tired of hearing about this.
Yeah.
I want to see their demeanor in this first quarter. We're going to learn about them.
They're minus 14.5.
Let's get it out to Boston. Corey
14.5.
Alexander, our friend Cassidy Hubbard, and Ryan Rucco on the call. We'll see you at half.
14.5? Big number.
All right, guys. Welcome to Boston, Massachusetts. An Eastern Conference tilt tonight. The 23-19 Magic taking on the defending champion in 28-12. Boston Celtics fans always filing in here, especially on a Friday night, as we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. Taking a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Well, we heard the crew just talking about Cleveland firmly perched in that one spot. Then Boston 28-12 in the 2. Then you go down to Orlando in 5th, but really jumbled between 4 and 9 in the East. As we welcome you courtside. Hey everybody, Ryan Rucco alongside Corey Alexander. So happy to be with you this Friday night for the NBA on ESPN. We just heard Wendy alluding to it a moment ago, Corey, but this is a Celtics team coming off a championship. They are still 28-12, but they're 7-7 in their last 14. People in Boston starting to worry. What have you seen in this recent stretch from the Celtics?
I've seen the C's trying to integrate a huge piece back into the lineup. That would be a 7'3" Kristaps Porzingis. And when you consider what it is that he brings on both ends of the floor, defensively but also offensively, everyone has to sacrifice. That's been Jaylen Brown. That's been Jason Tatum. That's been Derek White. So trying to integrate him back into the lineup has been a part of the reason for the struggles, but I'm not worried about the C's. I think they're going to be just fine.
Meanwhile, the Magic have done a wonderful job staying afloat despite big injuries. Paolo Banchero missed 34 games. He's back, and the last few games since returning, he's looked really good.
And for the Magic, they're integrating their best player back into the lineup. And you consider not only what he does individually, where he was playing his best basketball throughout his career, the 50 ball before he got hurt, but he's a playmaker. He makes the game easier for everyone else on the floor, and he will become even more of a distributor as time goes along.
For a little more on the Magic, let's send things over to Cassidy Hubbard.
Thanks, Ryan. I asked Paolo Banchero to sum up what this season has been like for this group, and he said challenging, but in a good way. And that's given all of the litany of injuries, they're still sitting 5th in the East. Now, Paolo, who's had a restriction of 27 minutes a game, said today that will loosen up a bit. Franz Wagner, who is out with the same injury Paolo had, but less severe, I'm told the hope is he will be returning in a week to 10 days. He started doing some on-court contact work recently. Now, Mo Wagner had surgery on his torn ACL last week. He's out for the season. And Jalen Suggs is responding to treatment on his back, but he told me he's never had a back injury like this, so it's a slow-motion recovery for him. But Jalen told me even though it's been a challenging season so far, the overall feeling around this team is gratitude because of the different opportunities it's given them to build confidence. And it's been a great learning experience that's brought this team even closer together, Ryan.
All right, Cass, great stuff. The Magic looking forward to getting those pieces back around the core that's been fighting. Game time coming up shortly, but the crew will have more courtside next.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball. The chase was a marathon.
Banner number 18 has been secured.
The celebration, a dream.
I can't believe it.
And the message was clear.
Let's do it again.
But this year, the dynamic is different.
We're not happy where we're at.
Sound like a Morgan here.
Maybe some comfort has slipped in.
That's a breakdown. They dodged a bullet, but Sabonis, the rebound is 24. Oh, the three. What's going on?
We got to get this right.
You can't think that everything's supposed to go exactly how it was last year. And that's not the case. It's different.
Every single night we getting everybody's best shot.
The young, hungry Magic are up next to take their best shot at the champs.
Regardless of who we playing, this is what I expect the best from them.
We just got to meet that challenge every single night.
We welcome you to NBA Friday, presented by State Farm. Get ready for action in Boston, Massachusetts at TD Garden. The Magic and the Celtics on a Friday night. Orlando right now 5th in the East, Boston 2nd, as we take a look at the starting lineups for the visiting Magic. You heard Cassidy give the injury report. Still no Franz Wagner or Jalen Suggs, so it's Cole Anthony, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Tristan Da Silva, Wendell Carter Jr., and then the star Paolo Banchero, 4th game back after missing 34 with a torn oblique. For Boston, this potent starting lineup: Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis. A group of 5 that bludgeoned opponents a season ago, but that has not been the case thus far this year, as Corey talked about in the open, with Boston still seeming to adjust to Kristaps Porzingis' return. Orlando, 2nd in the league in defensive efficiency. Boston, 3rd in offense. And this game is underway as Brown knocked it away, but it finally ends up with Orlando after it changed hands a couple times.